boys and girls, to episode 18 of the Flow State Gaming Podcast, the number one up-and-coming Valorant podcast on the internet. I am, of course, Coulter Fair, aka ASTRA. Along with me, again, is my good friend, Rogan Prescott.
Hello, Coulter. Hello. How's it going, man?
What's up, big dog?
Yeah, dude, I'm doing great. It's feel a little rambled, feel a little scattered right now, but I'm just gonna pull it together. It's gonna be a great episode. A lot of things are happening in the Valorant world.
A lot of movement here.
A lot of movement, a lot of tension. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great one. Coulter, something came in the frame there. Was that a hot drink you had?
Dude, I am indeed mixing up a hot drink this evening. Again, running a little bit behind. But
well, nothing's wrong with a live drink making here.
Nothing's wrong with a good old live pour.
We know that people like it.
Live. For the podcast listener, you're missing out on an extremely trimmed jawline. So oh man, dude, I swear I'm getting more and more cream as the weeks go on. This is actually Kyrie's creamer.
Well, what happened to the 1 year expired milk that you were using?
The expired milk. Well, I didn't feel good the next day. No really big blowout to report on. But
my gosh,
it wasn't great. But the thing is, though, is I had maybe half of a tub of expired yogurt this morning.
Oh,
and that kind of affected me this afternoon. So by no means am I done with the expired products, but tonight I am running some legit creamer here. So of course it is piping hot. It's freshly pressed, and it is, of course, guys. Now, before I get into this, I maybe have one more pot left. I think I have about one more French roast left before I'm out of the decaf.
What?
Pike's Place roast. So keep that in mind. Someone did throw a suggestion into the chat on one of our podcasts, but I've since forgotten. So send me maybe through Instagram some coffee recommendations, decaf, of course, and that'd be nice. Do you have a hot drink this evening, brother?
Yeah. Yep. It's very rambled. I don't know what I was doing when I was making it. I threw a bunch of random things in there. We have some milk, we have some soy milk, and we have some lavender syrup with some other whole milk. So we got like 3 different milks in here and the creamers mixed. And yeah, it's not going well. It's a quad shotter. So the quad shots are, I think it's right in between where you aren't sure if you're gonna have one of them, but it's always a surprise. It's sometimes, and I think that's what I enjoy more. I think I've came to the conclusion where I do like a surprise. I don't want to be expecting it. So if I wake up without nothing happening, I'm like, wow, you know what? Tonight is a win. I have won one, and I have made it past another night.
Dude, when you wake up to go to work, you check the sheets. Nothing is soiled.
Well, it's
Dude, you're starting off on a good foot.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to change the pants, which is always a good sign.
Dude, but you're kind of risking maybe some of those mornings where things don't go your way.
Yeah,
has that happened in the recent?
I think the
recent days.
I think many people know it has happened before in the past. Not extremely recent. It's hard, man. It's hard when you're going 7 days a week with 7 blowouts a night.
Yeah, things become raw.
Yeah. On the raw side of things.
Dude, I don't know if we should make.
Should we make this a section? Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think we should. I think the people don't really understand.
I think we should move away from this topic, dude.
Well, chat, let us know.
Well, moving on, dude. What do we have any announcements this week? How was your week, dude? What went on in your world?
Um, dude, I've been slapped by work constantly, but I have been able to play a lot more Valorant. Something big, huge, guys, massive. I have been playing Raze. We have a little agent switch here for me. Omen is trash now. He's garbage. No, no, he's a great agent. I like playing him still. I think I play very aggressive sometimes, and when I do play aggressive, playing with Omen, like he's usually the only smoker on the team. So then you're smacked if you just you die right away, and there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a duelist that I like. So when I am in that mood of just going like just ramming people, and I don't really care about supporting my team in any way, it's every game. I'll play Raze now. And I mentioned before, I do suck at the double satchels, but I continue to do them, and I continue to become more trash at them. But it's all right. I want to push through. Raze is a great agent to get kills with. I dropped a 50 bomb this week, my first 50 bomb in Valorant. Coulter, you witnessed me. Absolutely.
I was there,
smacking, dude. Just obliterating these peasant childs.
Oh,
it was great.
It was hard to watch, dude.
Well, yeah, you couldn't even get a kill.
Dude, you were just absolutely cracked that game. The thing about this game is like the kids that we were going against were not like the worst players I've seen either. And that's what makes this especially surprising is, the kids that we were going against were actually somewhat decent. So that's, dude, yeah, I never seen anybody. Like they were always dead in like 15 seconds.
Well, yeah.
And what was weird about that game though, dude, is it was a close game. And that's why I don't understand.
Well, it's usually, I'm usually carrying you. And it just depends on how. Yeah.
I mean, that's of course true. But like
when you're running 1 in 20, I try to carry you. Yeah. When I'm dropping 50 kills, and we aren't winning.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I do?
Well, there's not much you can do. I mean, I'm just such a raccoon, right? That I'll hang on at any cost. Maybe I'm 0 in 20. I don't care.
How are those claws doing? Are they holding up?
Oh,
dude, I mean, well, that's what I felt. I felt that, and they've been gripping on even tighter. It's hard to let.
I've been gripping on.
Hard to shake you off.
Yeah. I understand that.
But that's fully. About it, guys. I'm excited. I'm really excited to talk about this new act. It's going to be great. I'm going to absolutely play until my eyes bleed every night. I've mentioned that in my personal stream. I'm going to go ham this act. No, it is true.
Won't.
Yes,
You're
I will.
Going to.
Well, we'll see. We'll see it.
Well, how about this, dude? Keep that energy. I'm going to call you up on Monday, and you're going to be playing Escape from Tarkov with none other than...
Okay, I do not play Escape from Tarkov, all right? I've put that game in my past. It was a weird moment. It was a weird moment. I've moved past it.
For sure.
I'm sticking with Valorant, all right? That sums it up. Coulter, I don't want to talk about this, dude. I don't want to talk about the Tarkov.
Yeah, let's move on, dude.
Do you have any announcements?
Well, now that you sound all sad and discouraged,
I'll
go ahead and take the announcements.
Yeah.
From you. Not much other than a good week of playing. Something unfortunate is I never got to the last rank of the battle pass, so I didn't purchase the battle pass this season. Did you? On season or episode 2, Act 1? Did you have a battle pass?
Of course, because I play more than you. Yeah, I finished the whole thing.
You have less responsibility, right?
I mean, debatable.
Still live with the parents.
Well,
for you, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, I had a chocolate chip cookie today, and that's it. And it was frozen from 2 days ago.
Wow. Well, I had my my yogurt, my expired yogurt again from Kyrie. Dude, I swear, if Kyrie, my girlfriend, Rogan's sister, did not feed or take care of me, I would be eating McDonald's every day, and I would be significantly heavier set. So,
Well, I'm
um,
kind of on the verge of being disowned from my parents, so I'm kind of like just easing up on the food. I don't really
yeah,
take their food
you
anymore.
haven't been eating much. That's
No,
true.
I haven't.
Um,
Trying to save that money when I'm absolutely getting rammed in the stocks.
I feel like we're gonna have to make a stock market section of the podcast because there's been a lot of action. There's
Um,
a lot of filthiness.
plays a lot into my depression that I'm feeling right now too.
Yeah, see, you're an emotional trader, dude. You need to let that go.
I'm not, dude. No, I'm holding. I'm holding. I know what a raccoon does, and I am a raccoon.
Yes,
I am
yeah,
gripping on like you grip onto my back. I've learned,
yeah,
and I'm holding. All right.
yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm holding as well.
I think we both are kind of just holding, like pushing each other through a little bit further, one day at a time.
It's funny, guys. We have like a group chat between Rogan and his brothers and I, and we send encouragements via text like once or twice a week just to really try and help each other get through the week, because I don't know if you guys have looked at the market recently, but there's a lot of bloodshed out there and we are very much a part of it. So keep that in mind as we do this podcast. We might go hungry tomorrow. So that's not great. But anyway, as far as announcements, dude, nothing too big. I've been playing Yoru all week. I didn't really play any ranked games. The season was ending in like a day or 2 days. I was getting excited for the new episode, the new act, excuse me. And so that's kind of been my week, dude. Not too much action. Nothing big. Just I'm still playing Yoru a lot. I've only played Yoru for a long time. So um our next section here of the podcast, number one up and coming Valorant podcast on the internet, live every Tuesday at 7, is the community feedback section. And this is a place where the community kind of rallies together and we can communicate with the community, right? The community feedback section. Did we get any feedback this week, Rogan, on any platform?
Well, okay, so I did a little suggestion box on the stream, and I completely forgot to look at it. So we did not get any. Okay, on Apple Podcasts or anywhere else, we didn't get a single thing. You guys need to do something about that. I mean,
something needs to happen here.
Yeah, like
nothing.
Still, just avoid the 1-star reviews. We keep on saying that. We really hope you guys do avoid those 1-star reviews. You know, we don't want you guys going crazy and just slaying us, but at the same time, I mean,
change it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave a review.
So, Coulter, can you take a look at our flow_state_gaming on Twitch? I can't get to it because it'll blast my audio.
Yeah, dude. Let me look it up here.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt the viewers with some echo.
Well, of course not. No.
Alchemy 1, you are the man. He put a suggestion in the box. We're gonna look at this little box here.
I'm looking at the box now.
Is there nothing?
Oh, there is.
Oh,
what appears to be a question.
Oh, what does this question say?
In our questions box from Alchemy. I guess we can run this in our community feedback. I think Alchemy just saved the podcast.
Yeah.
I think we were gonna hold the podcast hostage until someone gave us feedback, but it looks like Alchemy is your savior this evening.
You guys should thank him.
He has indeed brought a question to our attention that he wrote 1 day ago, it looks like.
Wow.
I'll go ahead and read this aloud live. So our brother Alchemy 1 says, what are your thoughts on the Reyna nerf? Um, Great question, brother. It's kind of a big change. Rogan, do you wanna go ahead and give your first thoughts here? You played a little more Reyna than I did.
Yeah. It was
And you've
definitely a
noticed.
nerf. It was also a buff. Like, I'll just do a little quick rundown. Her
Talk to me
dismiss.
on percentage, dude. Talk to me on percentage. Like, was it a 30% nerf, 70% buff,
Oh,
or what?
what?
What are we
I
looking
would say
like?
it's like an 85% nerf and a
Oh,
and a
really?
15% buff,
Whoa. Okay. Go
in my
on. Sorry.
opinion. Maybe 70-30. I would say 70-30.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Reyna dismiss got doinked down to 2. She did have 4.
Mm.
But she's able to get those on assists. I don't know. Okay, so I keep on saying I wish the flashes were changed. The flashes are just not there. I personally don't like them. They're just not useful in my opinion.
Dude, you keep saying that, but I don't know why you say that.
Because it's just people shoot you. I can shoot it out so quickly. It's just like it doesn't blind you. That's kind of where I'm at. It doesn't blind you. It's too easy to shoot. Exactly. Hawkgator _milk. You are the man. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with.
well-
Yeah. So solos. So Reyna on a 1v1, it is a little more difficult because you're moving your crosshair out and then you're going back.
Yeah.
But I would say she's more consistent. So she has a dismiss and she's pretty good. She's a great agent, especially for like, I don't know, lower rounds where she can get that kill and heal. And overheal. Pretty filthy. I would say it's pretty balanced right now. I wouldn't say she's absolutely smacked to the water because she's like a jet agent where you just kind of pop off. And if you don't pop off, then she's not going to be useful. But you're still using it on 2 kills. And if you get 2 kills in the game with those 2 charges, you're still benefiting your team. So like if you think about it, the nerf wasn't like it's not insane as it thinks. Because I mean, your goal is to if you're getting 2 kills every round, then like keep on doing that. You're gonna put your team in that 4v3 situation, and that's what you want. You'll have the numbers, so definitely go for that. So I would say it's kind of in the middle right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've noticed that I've tried Reyna in the past. I've played her on both patches, having the 4 dismiss and devours down to 2. I agree a lot with Rogan. It seems like she's a lot more consistent now. You can kind of count on, at least using 1 or 2 of those abilities. Rather than the way she previously was, you might come out the end of the round with 3 assists and you were never able to use an orb, and that didn't feel good. So, I don't know if I would call this a 70-30 like you did. I would probably I would give it a little more on the buff side, like maybe a 60-40, 60 being a nerf, because there's just no denying the fact that, for the same cost, you're getting a lot less usage if you are a cracked aimer. I do like the fact that, a Smurf can't just jump into a bronze lobby and go, 36-6 and absolutely disrupt the whole entire lobby because they have 4 dismisses every single round. So, I think she was too strong on pistol rounds. It's just how I feel. That's debatable. I understand that. I think this was overall in the long view of Reyna. I think this was a good change, and I think that we mentioned this before in competitive play. I think that this was the right call because she, like Rogan says, has more value more consistently.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. Thanks, Alchemy. Great question. Let us know what you think about it, dude. I don't know if you play Reyna a lot or what, but so Rogan, it looks like we got a Ask Valor. Well, I guess this episode is obviously about the new update, right? And the new agent. We didn't really mention what this podcast was going to be about, but we got a lot of updates, and we have an Ask Valorant from Riot, so I think we're going to cover that now. This Ask Valorant was published on February 24th, and it's really short. But question number one here: do you have anything else, Rogan, on the community feedback area
Nope, nope, just that one.
before I jump in? Okay. Um, so here we go. Ask Valorant. Question number one: can you explain the reason for the planned rank rating penalty for Q dodge? Sometimes I have a real good reason to dodge, and I don't think I should lose rank rating. So this was the question, and we have a good answer from the developers. Rogan, me and you talked about this before we even read this. We heard about this change and we talked about it. So it's kind of interesting that obviously we weren't the only ones that were thinking about this, because, well, I'll just get into their answer. They said, we hope having a small rank rating deduction, which is going to be 3 points. It's going to take 3 points of rank from you, provides additional deference for players who frequently dodge without being too punishing for the person who rarely dodges. So, guys, they dug into some analytics in their answer here, and it says that their data shows that 50% of dodges are caused by less than 2% of players.
That's filthy.
So that is very, very enlightening. It says here that the vast majority of players very rarely Q dodge, if at all. So they're trying to target the repeat offenders, and having this 3 ranked rating penalty is going to really build up on those players that are dodging so often. So if you're doing this a lot, it's going to affect you. If you're doing it once in a blue moon, it won't. Because and they even mention it here. I'm not going to read it word for word, but what me and Rogan were talking about is those situations where your whole team is just toxic. You jump into the match, they're cussing you out, etc. Like, it sucks to be penalized for getting out of that situation, right? So the 3 points sucks, especially if like, yeah, you know what, Gator Milk in the chat, there's no good answer for this from Riot, unfortunately. Like, what can they do, right? They're people are going to continue to dodge Icebox. I want to dodge Icebox. Like, if I'm consistently losing and I suck at that map, I'm going to want to dodge it. Anyways, I think overall, I'm kind of glad to see this. That statistic is really pretty huge, that 50% of the dodges are caused by 2% of players. Like, that needs to stop. So
it definitely does back up that change. 3 points isn't like extreme, you know? It's not going to like completely knock you down. So, and if you're dodging like 10 times in a row, obviously it will, you know?
Right.
That's a whole game, but
one thing worth noting here is this will not affect your MMR. So this is just strictly a rank rating deduction. It's not going to do anything to your MMR. So that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah, that's good to know.
We rarely dodge. We're not part of the 2%.
No. There's times when like you hear like the guys is talking in the chat like, I'm gonna throw this game, you know, like I'm gonna kill you every round, some dumb things like that. That's kind of when you want to dodge. When actually, dude, I know a great idea though. What I've been doing sometimes, in rare occasions when I really don't want a map, but I've already dodged 4 times, I just say I'm gonna throw, and I'm gonna literally ruin your guys' game, and then they aren't gonna want to play with me. So then they dodge. Dude. Yeah, do the good old reversal.
The reversal. That's
so
nice.
Keep that in mind, everyone. Use a good old reversal technique and slam their rank rating down and not yours.
Oh my god. Selfish boy.
Well.
Well, do you want to hit your question, or are you just gonna leave the dead air out out in the universe there?
Well, I want an intro to my question. All right.
Oh
You're the
my
leader
goodness.
of this pod. I'm expecting something
Well,
from you.
apparently, yeah.
Okay.
Good
Yes.
thing.
Next question. Um, when are devs going to make a knife hit detection? Are going to make knife hit detection systems more accurate? Escalation revealed some of its shortcomings. I kind of summed up their answer here. Our knife is a bit of a meme right now. Its purpose
Yeah.
is to be used at an extreme last resort. It is not a critical part of our combat model because other weapon balance issues take priority. I have noticed like their hitboxes when you're like, how did I just miss that knife? And like you're doing like the little sneaky little doggy play, and you go for the knife and then you miss it.
Dude.
Oh, it's
That's
the
the
worst
worst
feeling.
Yeah.
It also does make it more rewarding, is what they were saying. But it is true though. You know, like the only time you're going to be trying to knife somebody is literally just to screw with them, or like if it's very, very like you got no ammo in your secondary or primary, and there's no weapons to pick up.
There's no way you ever break out your knife. That's never happened in the history of a game. I don't think.
There actually could be some circumstances, but
Dude,
extremely.
That is literally so rare, dude.
I know, extremely rare.
Minuscule.
So pretty much what they said here, their answer is no, they will not fix it because it's not priority, and I don't really care about this question. Not very important to me. For the little knife little doggers, you weren't gonna get any buffs.
Yeah.
But that sums it up for the Ask Valorant. A little light. I enjoy these though. They sometimes they have some great questions.
I honestly love the Ask Valorant. I just like to hear them talking to the community.
Yeah, seeing
that's
their
all I care
plan makes me like more hopeful too.
Mhm.
On like what, because they do like address a lot of the issues like a lot of players have.
Yeah.
And that
True.
they talk about. So
Before we leave the knife, I just kind of wanted to get your opinion. We haven't talked about this at all. Do you think that the knife should be a bigger part of the game or no? What's your hot take here?
oh gosh, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. I haven't thought about it too much. The knife it's very, very, very risky. Having some sort of like, man, I don't know, man. I wonder if you could do like a system where you can upgrade a knife to make it throwable, even little ballistic knife action would be a little cool. You know, like $200, and you can like
tomahawk action.
you have like a tomahawk that does like 50 damage or something. I think that'd be cool. I kind of like little like I don't know aspects of the game, not like I don't know different weapons than just guns. Sometimes might get a little exciting, you know.
Yeah, I actually spent a little bit of time thinking about this, and I mean, for anyone that was in a lobby with me on Modern Warfare 2, I feel bad for you because I was a knifing machine, dude. I was a knifing machine. I was running commando. You know, it like doubled your lunge distance. Do you think that there should be any type of lunge on the knife, or is that just out of the question for you?
Yeah, I think there could. I think for Valorant, like you said, it's like we both talked about. It's such a tactical FPS shooter, or you don't want people like getting these easy knife kills when like someone's using a Vandal. It kind of ruins like the point.
Exactly.
So you want to like keep that like still as a last resort, but maybe make it like a little bit more possible to get those like kills when you're in that bad situation.
That's what I'm saying. I rip out my knife and it's literally like impossible to get the kill. Like that's how it feels.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, dude. What about like 20 damage? Give it a little lunge.
Little lunge
20
action.
20 damage to the front, 50 damage in the back.
Yeah.
Or keep it, or like 150 damage in the back with no lunge. Like just keep it like the way it is if you're gonna kill him like from behind. But like in the front, dude, it's like you're always gonna have one bullet in your pistol.
Yeah.
That's never not going to happen.
A lunge with like a cooldown or something.
I think like a little lunge that does 20 damage. So it's only useful if and then there's a fat cooldown on it, so you can't just spam it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that would kind of be nice.
On this topic of secondaries, what would you think about a secondary gun where you could like shoot yourself up in the air? I think I mentioned this in like episode 3 or something.
Dude, you've talked about this before.
I always think about it though. Like for the agents who don't have any mobility, they would be able to get that like verticality on those double boxes. Mm-hmm. And like some kind of like, I don't know, just like a grapple gun that just shoots you up a little bit. What would you think about that?
Dude, I think I like that idea. I just think it would take away from the agents that have verticality in their kit. All of a sudden, they become a lot less valuable because all of a sudden that's available to everyone.
Yeah, and Omen would be kind of done for after that.
Well, it's like, or like, any agent, right? Like if you know that Cypher usually plays B, like you're not going to be able to like count on him not being like ground level,
Okay, then what about you could use a grapple pre-round, so you could get on those boxes for like defending. Attackers wouldn't have it.
That's an interesting idea. I would have to meditate on it for 12 to 18 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the good idea. I think I like your idea. I think this is my thoughts. I think Riot, their version of this was the ropes.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like their version of this was, okay, Cypher can get into Nest on A in Icebox.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just wanted your thoughts on the knife. But so anyway, guys, I think that wraps it up for the Ask Valorant section. And so we're gonna begin to slice into the meat of this. We're gonna begin to slice into this nice juicy ribeye of episode 2, Act 2. So Rogan, why don't you kick us off with the new skin pack that has dropped with Act 2 here, buddy?
Oh boy. Guys, we got the Prime 2.0. They are going the 2.0 route. We have seen it and we know it. We're getting the more skins, A lot of people like the Prime skins. I never really was in it a ton, but it makes it a little exciting seeing these Prime 2.0 skins come out. I like them a lot. They're pretty, I would say, on the sexiness of the scale of things, They look really good. They look clean. They look juicy. I really enjoy how they aren't insane, like insanely animated. So you can kind of see them better, kind of like the stock skins. I know, like we both talked about, like the dragon skins and the glitch pop. There's a lot to look at, guys. There's a lot that you're looking at. There's a lot going on. A lot of animations like getting pulled, and having that, even like that default Vandal skin, it just makes it less busy, and you can just see a lot better, like less distractions. So the Prime, they are more simple, which I like more, but they do have some cleanness to them. Those are my thoughts. What do you think about them?
Yeah, dude, I like the skins. Me and you kind of talked a little bit about this earlier. I think, like just how you mentioned, I have the Dragon Vandal. And guys, sometimes I pick up somebody else's Vandal, like if it's an Ego Vandal or the Horizon Vandal, something that's just basic. And it's kind of like refreshing, I guess I should say. Like when something is slightly moving on the bottom right of your screen, like the dragon skin does, or Rogan's glitch pop, there's kind of stuff flittering and fluttering. Sometimes I think it's a distraction to me. And so, like Rogan, I like that these guns have effects. Like the reload animation is totally different, etc. The gun sounds, the bullets are different, but it's not like distracting. So I like these skins. I always have. There are rumors that these guns actually make your aim better. I've heard that on the street. So Yeah, dude. I don't think I'll be picking them up by any means. And again, for everybody that's listening on their favorite podcast app, you need to get here live as we do have Jackal in the chat now. Jackal is, of course, Eric Sullivan, 21-year-old, newly married white male, bottom scum of the earth, peasant rat.
Which
He
you
needs to
guys could be calling him in the chat if you guys were here live.
Well, you need to eradicate him from his current
Mhm.
position.
We can't get him out. You guys might be able to help with that.
Yeah, he's in the Royal Castle. He needs to be gone. Speaking of Royal Castle, we did play some games with some viewers, dude. That was fun, man. We got some games in this week with Lingo and AJ. They are, squires of the pod at this point, very loyal, faithful boys. So that was fun. So get in here and let's run some games.
That was
And
super
also
fun.
Get Eric out of here.
We really appreciate you guys.
Dude, next, the Battle Pass, brother. What do you think on the Battle Pass, dude?
Okay, so the Battle Pass, as we know them, they have been pretty on the garbage scale. Not very great in my opinion. The skins aren't like amazing to me. However, this Battle Pass, I do enjoy. There's some unique skins in here. We're seeing some gunmetal skins. They kind of have a little metallic look to them, which I kind of like. And they do have some good weapons. They have a hatchet as their last skin. It's kind of like the prism skins. And they look pretty sick. I'm personally am really excited for them. I obviously am going to get the Battle Pass. I have gotten the Battle Pass every act, and I've completed every act. It shows my commitment and how much I play. So I'm going to continue doing that. It's a good purchase, man. The skins are worth so much. If you're just starting out and you actually want to look to your skins and you kind of like at least like 2 skins in there, I would just go for it and you play a lot. I would get them. You get a lot for what you're buying. And the Radianite points, they pay for it after you complete it. They pretty much pays for the Battle Pass. I like it. It's one of my favorite ones. I'm excited.
Well, you guys know me. I'm not a huge Battle Pass boy. I think that it's great value for the $10 that you're throwing out to the wind. It's just when you're in a situation like I am and you're a couple bands down in the market, this starts to look a lot more expensive and the skins just have to be there for me, dude. So the Prism 3 skins, we're looking at a classic Judge. The melee in this pass is the Prism 3. It's an axe, and then there's also the Odin. All these can change colors. They look fairly clean, right? There's nothing special going on here, but they look fine. The Cavalier skins, like Rogan was saying, metallic. It almost looks like some wood grain action. Am I remiss to say that this is?
Yeah, you're right, man.
I don't know.
You're right.
They look a little Star Warsy. Was my first thought, especially the ghost. It's like I don't know if I'm Han Solo or if I'm playing Valorant. Like, am I Reyes or am I Han Solo? Right? I can't tell. So these actually look kind of cool. But dude, so with this, you're gonna get the Bucky Ghost Operator, Stinger, Vandal, and then there's these Polyfrog skins, bringing us back to the Fox skins. What do you think about the Polyfrog, Rogan? We kind of mentioned this earlier.
Well, we are looking at a frog here. I know. Kyrie, my sister, your girlfriend, likes it, right? Is she a little
debatably loves it? Yeah.
Aroused from the frog?
Dude, please never say the word aroused in the conversation of your sister, my girlfriend.
Well, I was talking about the frog skins. But
I don't
yeah,
care what you're talking about. The word aroused with your sister is a little interesting.
Well, I did feel a little interested when I felt a little weird, you know. I just felt a little interested in myself. I was like, why did I just say that? The little froggy, I don't know if I like it yet. There's a lot of action going on, a lot of colors in there. I don't know, man. I think I'm mainly looking at the gunmetal skins.
Yeah, I mean that pretty much says it all for the frog skins. You're gonna get the Ares, Marshal, Sheriff, Inspector. You know what? Hey, maybe if I buy this pass, I'll finally have a Marshall skin, right? Maybe that's the deal here for me. So, and yeah, the melee, of course, being the axe. So if you like the axe, I agree with you. I mean, you're getting a ton of value out of the radiant points anyway. So if you're into Valorant and you're playing Valorant, this is probably a good option. We'll see if I buy it or not. That's a TBH. That's TBD. um, moving on to the next section. Do you have anything else on the battle pass, brother?
No, that covers it, man. I think I need to stop talking about Battle Pass. I think that section has already passed for
Why?
me.
Dude, why? See, this is the thing. We don't know what each other want to talk about. I think going over the battle
Oh,
pass is nice.
I was saying that for the part with my sister. That's
Don't
why.
bring it back there, dude.
And that's
Okay,
that's why I said I wanted to move on. So
moving
yeah,
on.
thank you, Coulter.
Patch notes 2.04. We have mostly some competitive changes here, but Escalation got a few updates. I literally couldn't care less. It's a okay game mode. If I want to have a fun time, I'm probably not going to play Valorant, right? I play to win. I don't play for fun. I play to grab cheeks and clap them repeatedly. I don't play for a filly dilly little fun time. So, some changes to Escalation. Here's how lame this is, right? Bind teleporter exit doors are now permanently jammed open. Do you know why?
I was with that squad. I was with that group.
It's because there was a 5-man camp party.
I know, and I was one of those 5 men, one of the men in there. It was a good time. It was good. It was fun. We were holding that teleporter. 5 people in there with shorties or with knives. We just kept on knifing. If anyone popped through, we just rammed him.
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, see, this kind of trash is not what I hop online for. Right? When I join the arena, dude, I am ready to smack kids. I'm not ready to sit in the TP with my knife out, constantly knifing, waiting for the enemy team to just come in like sheep to their slaughter. Right? So, anyway, that's the changes to Escalation. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No. Escalation, I don't really care either about the game modes. It's kind of funny how they had to mention it in the patch notes. How they had to make an issue because it's obviously been a problem.
Oh, dude, imagine.
And it was nasty. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a question in the chat. What do I do about raging teammates and my teammates who get tilted fast? Dude, we talk about this quite a bit. It's hard. It's a very hard topic to address. A very, very gnarly question because it definitely depends on the extent of the rage that they are experiencing. If they're raging like the point of throwing and typing in chat where you guys are at, I think he's kind of crossed that threshold where he's not going to come back. The man's already gone. He's lost for the game. But if a team gets tilted really fast, you just have to dude, it's so cheesy, but just stay positive, man. I mean, that's literally what I'll do. I'll be or at least, okay, boost their ego up. That's my top tip. Is if they're getting tilted fast and they get mad and they get 1 kill, just literally boost him up. Say it was the greatest kill you've ever seen, and that man will pop off. I'm serious, dude. You tell him that you just want to lick his nipples raw, and that man will pop off. He will. I've told you that, Coulter, and you've gone top leaderboard.
Oh, yeah. Well, this works. I mean, there's no debate about it.
It's scientifically proven.
Yeah, like Rogan, for example, right? Having a bad game the other day. This was a while ago now. We don't bring it up often, but I'll bring it up here because this is in direct correlation to your question here. Rogan's having a bad game, right? I can hear him in the chat. I can hear him in voice. He's not himself. He's feeling down about himself, right? And just like Rogan said, dude, he gets a kill, and I tell him that I want to just slap a whole bunch of rice pudding on his nipples.
Coulter.
And I want to lick it clean. and I don't know if I'm nibbling on a raisin or his nipple.
What the heck, dude? Why? Why the heck would you say something like that? What the heck?
You should have seen this man turn around, dude. I mean, he started shredding like he'd never shredded before. So, as much as I,
I
as much as I hate going down this path, don't totally rule it out as an option because this will encourage even the most tilted players.
use
So
it cautiously.
use it
It,
cautiously because it may.
a lot of things are untested. We don't know the extent of what this player will do.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta gauge the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Alchemy again says my friend that always gets really mad just kind of makes me play bad because I'm hearing negative stuff. So I mean, we've talked about this before. I think you know what, Alchemy, travel back into our past episodes and you'll find that we had a section on this. Like I always hate it when I get negative, like, and Rogan tries to, help me out, boost me up. I can see his gameplay going down as well. Like it affects the whole team if one person's being negative, and that's never gonna end, brother. There's just nothing you can do. Staying positive, and really giving out compliments like we've previously stated is gonna be your probably one and only option to counter this.
One big thing is like don't be quiet. Like don't get really quiet and in your head. Like if your teammate's doing bad, like don't say anything because they know like they're gonna feel that. But just like keep on giving call outs, keep on like talking. Don't even mention like, hey, I'm sorry that you're doing bad, man. Like, is everything all right? Don't say that.
Dude, I've said that to Rogan in previous times.
It sucks. Like everyone knows Rogan it's trash.
Rogan falls off a cliff, dude. It's not the way.
Nobody wants to hear that because you know what you're saying. So why? Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's nothing like hearing Eric when anytime Eric is above Rogan in score, like the stars align, and for some reason the peasant rat Eric is ahead of Rogan by like a kill or two. Eric's like he's casually like, oh hey Rogan, is everything going all right at home, man, or what?
Yeah.
And that's when we lose Rogan for good. It's over after that.
Well, I can't take it anymore, man. I can't. It makes me so mad because I know exactly what he's thinking.
Oh, dude, I said it to you once and you just snapped on me, dude.
Well, God, you don't want. It's just not like a good thing to hear.
It's not great.
Okay, right. Especially from Eric, You're man. Right. Anyone but Eric. Like, well, from you, I get mad, but it's all right. I can handle it. But from Eric,
yeah. So sorry, that was a little bit of a detour, but moving on to the competitive updates of the patch, Rogan. Really big changes here, man. I'm not even really sure how we want to pick this apart. I think we're just gonna kind of go through this together. Do you want to maybe be the head of the spear on this one and break us into this sack of competitive updates?
Yeah, the meat of the patch. This is pretty big, boys. This is huge. Very, very large. Starting off with a little smaller competitive changes here. We got your rank will no longer be lowered at the start of the act. So you won't get smacked down to platinum when you're radiant, as a lot of players did last change. This got a lot of players mad, so that won't be the case. However, your rank rating will be reduced by 90. So that means all radiant players are going to be knocked back into immortal, or at least most of them will be knocked back down in immortal. And then
no, all radiant.
Sorry. I meant all. Yeah, I read that wrong. And they're gonna have to work their way back up, prove themselves. And then you're only required to play one competitive game to view your rank. So instead of like the 3 or like 5 that we've been seeing, it's been awesome.
I wonder why that is.
Well, So I think it's like
one game? What are they going to determine out of one game, dude?
I think it's just to place you in there, man. I don't think it's like
They just want to throw you in the thick of it right away.
It does get annoying, like being able to play, like playing 5 matches and you like those don't count towards anything if you win all 5, It's just kind of getting through them and like blasting through them. So like you just play one, you rank in, and then you just start grinding again.
Yeah.
I think it's like I don't think there's a point to have like 3 different new ones unless they're like going to do a full rank reset, which would make sense if they wanted more deeper placements, but the ranking system's the exact same, so it's not going to change. And we're all going to have our same ranks, so it won't matter as much. Colter, you want to take it from there?
Yeah. So just a side note to that, your rank rating and potentially rank may change based on how you perform in that one placement game, but the maximum change will be based solely off of that one game. So, I mean, that's what I mean. It kind of seems hard to imagine that you would like rank up from your one placement match. Just like if you just had one good game, you might see it rank up. So keep that in mind. So players who have not previously placed in competitive this episode. So if you didn't play Act 1 competitively, you're still going to have to play your 5 placement games. Then there's some changes to Radiant. Radiant will be more challenging to earn. You must achieve a certain level of ranked rating before being able to ascend to Radiant. And they adjusted this per region. So in NA, the only region that matters, I guess EU as well. But in NA, you're going to have to get 300 ranked rating to move into Radiant. And in EU, you're going to have to move to 400 ranked rating in Immortal 3 to get into Radiant. So you're going to have to really get a lot of wins, a lot of ranked rating in Immortal 3 to get out into Radiant. So this is obviously not a conversation for Rogan and I, and probably a lot of you guys don't care about that. But moving on, later this patch, we will reduce the total amount of average rank rating per win/loss by 5. So the amount of weight that the win or loss carries is going to be reduced by 5. And their reasoning behind this is focused on reducing how often a player's rank gets moved above their MMR and leads to inconsistent R rank rating games and a wider delta between their displayed rank and MMR. So these math tweaks will be common as we try to find the correct balance of ranked rating based on issues we are seeing in the community. Sorry, that was a mouthful. Basically, boys, they're trying to make your rank match your MMR because that is wildly incorrect at this point. And I think that's really obvious. Like I said last week, I played a game and there was 3 diamonds in there, and I did better than all 3 as a gold 3 player. So I'm not saying that like I know people have good games and bad games, but there should have been at least 1 diamond doing better than the gold 3 in my opinion. So I think they're going to continue to make these minute changes, trying to bring your rank in line with your MMR as best as they can. So I really actually like to see this because this has been a topic that I've not loved. Do you have any other thoughts on this, Rogan? Do you like this?
No, man. I mean, it's pretty much just what you said.
Yeah. Do you want to go on to the next one here?
I kind of lost where you stopped.
Oh my goodness. I'll just keep going on this next one, then you can take the next. This is why I carry the pod, by the way. That's a joke. Ranks will no longer be displayed in Agent Select or in game.
Yeah, you will still be able to see ranks at the end of the screen.
Oh my gosh.
That I thought you were there, man. I just want to make sure. That's all. This is very interesting. This is a big one, man. This is probably one of the biggest ones, I would say. Probably the second biggest.
This is massive.
Guys, going in game with your little, if you're solo queuing, if you don't know who people are, you're not going to see their ranks at all until the end of the game. This is going to play a lot more into the next meet right here. the next gnarliness. So now you will be able to queue with a wider group of friends and teammates if you are at lower ranks. So they have this image here. I'm gonna give it a brief rundown. It's gonna vary as you get higher up. Okay, so if you're bronze 1, you can play with silver 3s. Okay, think about
Iron
that
1.
for a little bit. Iron 1.
Iron
If you're Iron 1, my bad. I forget about the irons, and I'm sorry. Okay, Iron 1 can play with silver 3. It's pretty filthy. You're seeing a lot of ranks piled into one queue pool. And then you have
That's 9 ranks.
9 ranks. Yep. It's gross. 9 ranks all into that can queue into one, that can play together. And then you have silver 1, so this is the next kind of pool. Silver 1s can play with gold 3s. So this is 6 ranks. It's what it was previously before, a long time ago, before we were playing with just 3. And then gold 1s can play with platinum 3s. So you're still seeing the 6 difference right here. And now plat 1s can go into diamond 1s. So this is going back to the 4 different ranks that you can play with, what we've been used to. And then plat 2 to diamond 2, plat 3 to diamond 3, and then diamond 1 to immortal 3, and then immortal 3 to radiant. So radiant players are only going to be playing with immortal 3s. That's not gonna Radiance won't be playing with diamond players, obviously. And then it goes pretty much it's like this is gonna affect the lower half the most. Obviously, this is huge. Like Coulter and I were talking, pretty much an Iron 1 could be boosted to gold with like all of his friends pretty easily, or to silver. They're gonna be playing with them. Someone who just starts Valorant, and they're playing with their silver buddies. He's gonna skyrocket up there because he's gonna be with them, and they're gonna be winning games because they'll be playing with those lower tier players. And then you're going to see this silver gold area where you're going to be absolutely smackered on, all right? It's going to be so hard to get out of there. It's already a hole. It's going to be a deeper hole now. It's going to be a bottomless pit. It's going to be hard to struggle through it. You're going to want to climb, but you're going to be slammed with these nasty. It's just going to be a huge player base right there. All these iron players are going to be moved up. Is what I'm thinking, because that pool is so big. So this goes in with ranks will no longer be displayed. So you're not going to know if you're going to be playing with an iron, which in my opinion, I do think that's good. Cause like if an iron, I mean, for the system that they're using, if an iron goes into a game with the silver 3 is going to trash talk him. He's going to know that he's going to be trash, and he's probably going to say some rude things, or he won't even talk to him. He won't communicate with him. So not seeing the ranks, it will change that, and it'll make it a little bit better. But with this huge party system, it's going to be really rough in the lower ranks, iron, bronze, and silver. Dude, give me your first thoughts, man. I want to know how you feel. It's a weird thing to talk about. I think you know some people who are in this, and that you might be able to play with some people, or you were able to play with some irons.
Well, okay, so this is a situation that I don't love to see. Guys, this is interesting to me. This is very interesting to me. The reason that the devs gave the reason that at the lower ranks, we have a very large number of you in our matchmaking pool. So there's a lot of peasants, right? There's a lot of you peasants that are in iron to silver, like tons. Like that makes up a huge percentage of the people playing ranked. So they say, we're confident we can make balanced matches. As you rank up, you'll find tighter disparity to ensure we continue to maintain balanced matches, blah, blah, blah. Guys, this 9 rank gap is absolutely filthy. Like, guys, a silver 3 player is not terrible. Like, I don't know why. I don't even know how to explain myself, dude. Like, a silver 3 player is not bad, and then you're allowing him to play with like the bottom 2% of players. Like, which is just extreme to me.
Yeah.
Like, that is extreme to me. Like, guys, I got placed into silver 2 last act. And of course, yeah, I got out of silver really quickly. It's not where I belonged. But it doesn't change the fact that I could have played those 7, 8 games, whatever I played in silver. I could have been playing those with an iron buddy of mine. And he would have blasted up to silver. He would have blasted up to bronze where he didn't belong. And we're going to see a ton of this in silver. So I would say you're going to have to just get with your boys. And I know that the matchmaking system is decent. I understand that. I just feel like this is going to be a mosh pit. I don't think it's going to be good. I think, like Rogan said, the hole just got deeper. Alchemy just posed a question like, is this just for when you're partied up, or is this solo? It's both. Partied up or solo, you're going to be running into players that are either way above you or way below you, and the algorithm is going to try and make the teams even by putting players on both sides of equal MMR, and it's not going to work. It doesn't work now. As a gold player, I play with Rogan. Like, when I was platinum 1 and Rogan was diamond 1, we would run together. And the matches, Rogan, back me up on this one. The matches were not as good
No.
because there's too much of a gap.
Yeah.
I am not a diamond level player. So what you would see is me on the bottom of the leaderboard most often, because it tries to fill in the differences, and then they would have a player on their team getting rammed, right? And that's my boy. And it's like, and then if I'm not popping, so what happened was, if Rogan did not do well in that game, there's a player on their team that's a diamond. If he is doing well, we're screwed. Like, that put a ton of pressure on Rogan. And Rogan, you probably felt that. Like, if you didn't do good in those games, dude, we just lost. Like, there was no way.
Yeah.
Because they had some player on their team destroying us. Because they're a diamond player like you are, but you were having a bad day, they were having a good day. The game's kind of scrapped.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes me curious what's going to happen when there's a party of 4 iron 1s and then 1 silver 3. What does that match look like?
Yeah.
You have a silver 3 on their team, you have a silver 3 on your team, and those kids are absolutely clapping everyone in between because they don't know where A site is.
Yeah.
Like, that is the reality. So that's my thoughts on it. I mean, I'm excited that I can dig my claws into your back again, right? Because I'm going to be a gold 1 peasant. You're going to place into platinum 2 or platinum 3. I'm going to be a gold 1 peasant, and I'm going to dig my claws into your cheeks, and I'm going to ride this train back into plat, where I, of course, belong. Right?
I'll happily carry you, brother. It'll be a great run.
Oh, that felt like a rant, but I don't know what else to say, dude. That's how I feel.
Yeah, the biggest struggle that I have is that, like, you have these iron players. I mean, like you know as well, dude. You have iron players who, they're just starting out. They're just starting out in competitive. You got to start from the bottom and work your way up. They don't, like, getting in these maps. You don't know a single thing about these maps. It's so hard to know all the mechanics. Like when you hear Raze's ult, her yelling like fire, or I forgot the voice line, but you hear that.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, and you don't know when to run. You don't know, like, that she's ulting at all. Like, the iron players are like beginning out, and then they're playing with these silver 3 players who, I feel like they do try, like, a lot. Silver 3 players, there's a lot of them who, like, really want to get better and want to get out of here. And it's hard for them to do that because they're stuck with these I don't know. It's going to be like a 3v3 every round because two players on each team are going to be iron.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I hate about this.
It's a hard topic, and then
And I don't want to discredit anyone. Me and Rogan know multiple individuals that run an iron.
It's not a bad, like, it's honestly a place where
Guys-
people get stuck at too.
Well, and yeah, I don't want this to come across like it's something bad. Like the iron players that I know, the reason they're an iron is because they have literally never played a first person shooter in their life. I don't expect them to do well. But to put them in a game with silver threes almost seems like mean.
It just doesn't. It's not going to be fun for them.
Like they're going to be getting knifed.
Yeah.
Like they don't know, like, if someone is, like Rogan said, if someone is alting, running, if someone jumped off a ledge and they get that sound cue, they have no clue what that means. They don't know where they're looking.
No.
Like they don't know what they're doing.
It's going to make them fearful of competitive. It's not going to make them want to play, which is understandable.
And you know what? Maybe better for it. Boss them out, right? Go play casual.
And I guess
come back. Come back. And then, but I mean, like that's what sucks though. You go play casually for 2 months. You come back and you place in bronze 2. You're still in the same boat, dude. Like you place in bronze 1. Okay, great.
Yeah.
3 people on your team are iron 1, so off you go.
Good luck.
Races. Yeah. That's my thoughts on it. I know that's a fairly negative take, but those are my thoughts. I think 3 is where I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't see a problem with 3.
Dude, if I'm in gold 1, I want to play with golds.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. I don't know. I think we're going to have to revisit this, I think, next week and see what we think after playing and just getting some feedback from it. Because I don't know how often we're going to be seeing, irons with silvers.
Well, it also mentions here that it says, we also hope this helps combat smurfing by reducing the incentive to make a new account to play with lower ranked friends. But like now you just don't have to make another account. Like how is that going to stop smurfing? Now you're just allowing that silver 3 smurf to play in iron games.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great. Like he doesn't have to make another account. He can just do it on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. Maybe it's going to be great, dude. Maybe I'm way off,
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know.
We'll just have to see.
It's definitely a big change.
Moving on, dude, some quality of life changes. This, you like this, and I do too. I want you to tackle this one because I got to stop talking for a second, I think.
Yeah.
Take a sip of the DPPR.
So they added tactical voiceover. So it's when you hear the commands from agents, like when you plant the bomb, you hear like spike planted, or like if you hear like a voiceover, like someone forgot Omen, like grab the spike. You know how you hear those like, simple voice lines from these agents, is kind of like reminding your team that you forgot the spike or simple things like this. So they had tactical voiceover. It's like a feature that you can toggle on and off. It's just improving team coordination and information for the teams that don't really have comms. I think in my opinion, it's going to be for the teams who don't have comms and don't communicate that much in those games where everything's completely silent. So it's going to be more location specific is what they added. So like spike spotted or enemy spotted, it'll also say like the region it is. So spike spotted C or spike planted B. So if you're mid right now, you're just kind of playing for a pick and you aren't really looking at your team where they're at. And then they say, like spike planted C, the spike's planted there without like having to do any searching around or looking at your mini map. That's just an example. So like an enemy spotted B. I'm not sure how specific it is. I know they have like regions of every different map, that they do, so it won't be extremely specific. It'll just kind of say that general area. So I think I like this change just because I know those games when you don't have the comms, you have a great team or a decent team, but they just aren't talking at all, and it's hard to get any information. So being able to know kind of what's going on, even like in unrated, and you just want to like stay silent. You don't really want to talk. You'll still get that info. I like it, man. What are your thoughts? I know you said you don't really care about it too much, and you think everyone's just gonna kind of toggle it off, or the upper tier players.
Well, I 1000% agree with you. When we were just talking over the notes, like it's not like a huge deal for me. It's exactly like a quality of life change, right? Like I do like it, and I think I'm gonna have it on because I play so many games where no one's talking.
Yeah.
But I just mentioned that like when everyone's communicating, you almost don't need the current in-game voiceovers, right? Let alone more detailed ones. So I think that this is great, dude. I'm gonna have it on all the time. Probably. I play a lot of games where nobody talks, and so I think this is great, dude. That's pretty much all I have to add. I think it's a good change.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna have it on as well.
Yeah.
So they do have a picture here saying like how they're gonna say their regions here. Every map is gonna different, but they're gonna be kind of like defender spawn, attacker spawn, and then B region, A region, and mid region. So they're gonna go by kind of like areas of the map. So
Yeah,
that's probably
super
what the
cool,
calls
man.
will be, which are really cool.
Yeah, like it gives an example. So, like, if Sova sees an enemy, he'll say "enemy spotted B," and then there'll be a message in your chat that'll say "Sova spotted an enemy in B." You can toggle that on and off. All these you can take on and or off. So, this is good, dude. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and one thing I missed here: improved client frame rate by 3% on average for medium to high spec machines in 10-player games. This is really cool. So a 3% increase on inventory management, or on that's what optimizing inventory management is how they fixed it. But frame rate by 3%. So you'll just be getting more consistent frames. I know you struggle with this with your last PC. How is your PC
Yeah,
doing, by the way?
it's doing really great, guys. I streamed on Friday, obviously, just a banger stream, and I just have ping issues. I think I was talking about that last time, but I pushed through again. Dude, the frames on the PC do great, but I gotta fix that ping issue. But yeah, the PC's amazing. Thanks, man.
Sweet. It's good to hear. That's about it for the quality of life. It kind of covers it for, despite some bug fixes that weren't really relevant or weren't really huge. That covers it for patch 2.04. The new act, man. And I mean, we both haven't really mentioned something yet about the biggest news, the biggest new update. We, as you guys all know, we have a new agent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different opinions right now. This is kind of what we want the episode to be about. Sorry,
Dude,
I'm just thinking about
how
it.
are we an hour and 15 in, dude? That's my question. It's like do we cover the agent now? Or do we cut the pod here?
I say let's do a quick run through of the agent, not talk about her much, and then call it, and then we revisit after she's been played.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Um so yeah, as Rogan said, we're just still biting through the meat, through that tender sirloin, that tender ribeye. We're still in it, right? It was a big bite. And this is indeed part of it. We have a new agent, Astra. And let me give you a little she's a controller, everybody. If you didn't know already, she is from Ghana. So I'm going to read you the biography before Rogan goes into the abilities. Her biography is a, I'm going to mess this up, a Ghanaian agent harnesses the energies of the cosmos to reshape battlefields to her whim. With full command of her astral form and a talent for deep strategic foresight, she's always eons ahead of her enemy's next move. So, Astra, not to be confused with Astro, I'm a little unhappy that they got so close to such a royal name, right? They don't. She doesn't deserve a name close to mine, but um, Rogan, try and break down. I did a lot of research on how this agent works. I hope you have as well. I don't know if that's true or not. Um, but dude, go ahead and go through her abilities if you want, or however you want to do this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
I'll just go through the abilities first. I would say she's one of the more complicated agents, or just has like a lot to her. Definitely a lot of aspects. She has a lot of different abilities. Yeah. So she pretty much doesn't purchase any abilities. She purchases stars that she uses to activate these abilities. So they're called stars. She gets 5 max. She can get 5. She starts with 2 stars each, and each costs 200 credits. She starts out each round with 2 stars. It's 2 stars. So the Nova Pulse, it pretty much just concusses all of the enemies in the area. So it's like Breach's stun. It kind of gives you that concussed feeling, or like Sky's dog. And it's kind of like just like a circle radius.
It's a big radius.
It's a big radius too.
It's too big.
It's big. And then so this is Nova Pulse, and then Nebula, which is her smoke. And this, so pretty much she places these stars around the map. She goes into Astra form, which you press X for. It's kind of like her ult button, but also it goes into this Astra form is what they call it. Astral form. And it's like an overview. It's kind of like Omen's, when Omen places down a smoke, he goes in this like third party world. She goes in this form. She can see a whole overview of the map, and she can place these stars where she wants to. And then after she places them, she can go out and then activate them when she's in the game. So every star has a possibility of using each of these abilities. So you can use every single star for Nova Pulse. Okay, so for Nebula, it's pretty much just a smoke, so she can just use it on a star and it'll activate it. It'll turn it into a smoke. It's it's like Omen smoke, so it's clear on the inside. You can see the entire interior of it. It's not clouded.
It's a hollow boy.
Mm-hmm. And one of the most unique things about the smoke is that she has the ability to cancel her smoke anytime she wants. So she can cancel it when she wants to.
And she'll get that star back.
On a cooldown. Yeah. And then Gravity Well. It's kind of like a slow orb, I would say, like you thought about. And it sucks people towards the center. But you can run like away from it, and it'll be kind of like a slower thing. But it'll suck any player. So if you're if you're defusing the bomb and like this Gravity Well is sucking you in, it'll pull you away from the bomb, and you won't be able to defuse. So her Nova Pulse and Gravity Well are kind of in one that she has, and she can choose which one she wants. They're kind of like she pretty much just has a choice with like one button on which one to choose. So it's hard to explain while talking, but pretty much her stars are always there that she can pick up and place other places. And then she can choose what each star does. So she can use like I was saying, you can use 5 smokes. So but what the catch is that there's a cooldown after you use a smoke. So she can have 2 smokes. So she can place like 2 stars, will be smokes right away, and then it'll be like a 15-second cooldown on a timer, and then it'll recharge that smoke, and then she can use a third one for a smoke. Her smokes last 15 seconds also. And this goes with her Nova Pulse and Gravity Well, which after she uses it, it's gonna be on a cooldown. So it's not like she'll have one use per round. She'll have those uses. She just has to wait a little bit after using like a Gravity Well. So it's oh man, I don't even know how to get in this because this is just it's hard.
It's hard to
So
get into.
I would say this the summary for Astra is she's like Killjoy Viper, Sage in a way, Omen, all in one.
Yeah.
Like pretty much the top tier player or like top agent that kind of overviews everyone. Viper's out of the picture. She's nothing.
This is do you want to just let the people? I'm going to give my thoughts in a second. Do you want to go through the ultimate really quick?
Yeah. So the ultimate, it's called Cosmic Divide. She just chooses kind of like 2 points that creates a wall, a fat, huge wall that pretty much crosses the entire map, splitting the half in map where she wants it to. And it's you can't shoot through the wall, and also it muffles the sound. It definitely like heavily dampens it, so you won't be able to hear on the other side what's going on as much. You can shoot abilities through it, but that is her ult.
Yeah, man. Good job. This is kind of hard to explain. The only things that I picked up that maybe you missed, like you said, your smokes, you're gonna have 2 charges of that immediately.
Yeah.
The Nova Pulse and the Gravity Well, you're just gonna have 1 charge of those. And those, if you use them, are gonna have a 12-second cooldown on both the Nova Pulse, the stun, and the Gravity Well. Something to note on this Gravity Well is if the ability ends and they are still within the radius, you're going to be invulnerable. You're going to be vulnerable, like a Killjoy bot. So that's kind of strong. I was just kind of messing around with Astra in practice in the range, and this thing is hard to get away from, boys. Like if you get sucked into the middle, and there's anything else going on, you're going to get hit by this vulnerability. I mean, unless you're going to satchel out or dash away, you're going to be weak. You're going to be taking some extra damage. So, um, again, and I don't even know how to put how to wrap my thoughts into what I think. I think she's very good. I think she's going to be the controller to pick. I think that Viper looks like a little schoolgirl. I think that we're going to see a lot less Omen.
And nothing of Viper.
Well, I think Viper.
We never even see anyways.
We never seen her, and this is kind of like sealing the deal. It feels like, because it's like, oh hey Viper, you got a wall. Well,
Look
like,
at my wall.
It's like it literally. So you just pick one point on the map, and then you just pick like what direction, and it will go the entire map, no matter the map. So an infinitely long and infinitely high wall. You're not gonna jet your way over this. You're not gonna double satchel your way to get some vision over this wall. It's like in the sky. I want to know how much it dampens the sound, because I think that's kind of a big deal.
Heavily. Like I would say like to the point where you don't know that you're teleporting on bind. I watched a clip where they did a wall and they literally teleported, planted on site without anyone knowing.
Dude, that's gonna be huge for like diffusing. Imagine the ninja defuse, dude.
Yeah, I know. doing it right.
Like if you can't hear, and again, guys, we seen a little bit of this with Yoru, but they're like messing with the audio, which is like interesting to me. Like I don't. It's not that I hate it. It's fine, but it's interesting. Um, yeah, I mean the fact that you can't shoot through this, guys, that changes everything. It's like how many times are you holding like you're just holding for the bomb, you're waiting for the defuse, and then even if they smoke it, right? Your team can ping the bomb, you step out and just spray that ping, you're going to stop that defuse. Well,
Yeah.
this just stopped that play. It's over. Can't do it anymore. So, I think that this is needed in the controller category. I'm tired of everyone just playing duelist. I am one of these people as well. But I think making controllers and other positions within Valorant more fun and more powerful is going to be a key to making players want to play something other than Jet.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I think it's a little nasty that she can bring her stars back.
Yeah.
I think that's a little filthy.
The fact that she's not just set on one site. She can move.
Yeah, you can't take your Omen smoke back.
Yeah.
One thing to note about these smokes is they are larger than Omen smokes and last longer. So that's kind of a smackaroo.
Yeah, say goodbye to Omen.
Little bit. They're not as big as the Omen smoke, but
okay, yeah, I'm just gonna give my final takes. I think we should revisit her. Pretty much what I think about her is it's gonna be like she'll probably be the main head of the team. She'll be kind of the team leader. She'll be kind of controlling what's going on and seeing everything what's going on and kind of playing off of that. The only way that she'll be able to use her abilities is if she's alive. She'll be playing in the back of the team no matter what. If you're playing Astra and you're entry fragging, what are you doing? She is literally Killjoy, Viper, and Omen all in one. And those are all agents where you do not want to be in front. You need to stay back. And it's literally, you're going to be setting up your team for success. Dude, every single agent, but dude, she has so much to her. Like, controller-wise, best controller hands down. I can say that right now with full... I mean, her smokes last 4 more seconds than Omen. She can cancel them whenever. And she has more of them, technically. She can place down more smokes than Omen.
Yeah.
But like I said, if she's alive, when she is in astral form, she's invulnerable to any attacks. She'll just be kind of standing there still.
Really? She's invulnerable?
No, not invulnerable. I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that.
I was about to yoink my way out of here, dude.
Well, I would have just quit Valorant at that point if they pulled that one. So pretty much, you got to be playing in the back. I think those are my final takes. Is that she's an absolute animal already. What do you think, Coulter? What are your final thoughts on Astra? Because she's gross, man.
Did an okay job of explaining her abilities. I know it's not easy over just voice. I think I agree with you. I think every pro team is going to have an Astra in their lineup, and that player is going to be the in-game leader. I think you're right in your assumption that she's going to be, the caller. She's going to have the setups. She knows where she's set up. The fact that you can place 4 abilities down on one site disgusts me. The upside to this that I see is, as someone going against Astra, you can see her orbs on the ground. So if you see if you see 5 orbs on B, I mean, they're probably going to hit it, right? So that's something to keep in mind as someone playing against her. It's hard for me to really sum up my final thoughts. I don't know if I want to go as far as to say, like, do you think she's overpowered, Rogan? Would you
Well,
go that far?
so what I think is like, if you see 5 orbs right next to the bomb or right near it, and they're all gravity wells that she uses, like what's her post plant like?
Her
Can
post
she
plant
just
is donkers.
rip some boys off of there?
Well, she's just gonna she's gonna use the gravity well, then she's gonna use the stun, and then she's gonna
Exactly.
peek out and kill 2 of them, and then she's gonna go back in her hiding. They're gonna jiggle around for around 7 to 8 seconds. They're gonna start the defuse. Is her 12-second timer is gonna come up. She's gonna use her second gravity well, her second stun, grab another player. Like it's gonna be pretty disgusting.
Yeah, or even gravity well, stun, and then viper snake bite.
Yeah, like we're gonna see a lot of that, and I like to see it. It just makes me concerned. That's all.
Yeah. Yep. Concerned.
But every agent has made me concerned thus far. Like, I thought Yoru was gonna be really powerful, and I'm the only person playing him. So it's like, things aren't always as they appear. But like she's by far the most complex, like has the most impact, I think. Like, dude, like the stuff you can do with her is just like the sky is literally the limit.
Yeah. Yeah. An
I mean,
incredible
think of
amount of
her,
different
dude,
combos.
think of her compared to like Jet.
Oh, yeah.
Think of her compared to Brimstone.
So that said, we might be seeing a lot more of like a controller type play of more like setup, approach a site, like execution, more of like a process to that. Like smoking 2 things down, using a gravity well here, that clears out that corner. Maybe more of team play with ASTRA. ASTRA, like if she is kind of that in-game leader, it's like your team will also have an ASTRA if it's at that time, like if it's at that take. So you're gonna have 2 ASTRAs in a game, and you're gonna have both of those benefits. So it's gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna be seeing ASTRA in every single competitive game right now.
There's no debate.
No debate. So Lingo, can you triple place your star in one place, in one spot? Like fake smoke CT, but also drag and concuss without telegraphing the concussion. From what I think you're asking here is you can't, so you can have like all 5 stars in one area in like this is the exact same place. You can also drag and concuss too. So the only limit is like you can't use the same ability like a gravity well 5 times in a row. It's going to be like a timer.
Has that cooldown.
It has that little cooldown.
Just like triple concuss.
Yeah. But you can, put it all, like literally put every single star on bomb.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting, dude. I spoke to the rat before the podcast. He's been playing all day, right? Newly married, no job, works at a hotel. Won't say which one, maybe I will. He's a low lifer, right? So he was playing all day, is what I was getting at. And he said that people are not clamoring to Astra. Like people aren't buying her. I just think when she gets figured out, it's going to be game over, dude. I really truly think that. Yeah, Eric Sullivan.
You said it. Yep. But can you stack the star so it's hidden? I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that lingo. Yeah, that's a good question.
You might be able to.
See.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Rogan, on our way out of here, because we're an hour and 35 minutes into this pod. On our way out, are you gonna play Astra?
Dude, I don't know, man. I think, like you said, once people figure it out, I'm not gonna have a chance to play her. Because everyone's gonna be wanting to play her. I'm kind of lost for words with her. Because talking about her made me realize like the power that she has and the weight
I know
that
like,
she
if
has
you
on the
step,
team.
if you, Mhm.
So I'm a little shook right now. You know, I'm a little confused on how she kind of just takes all the controllers out. We'll have to see, man. I'm not really sure.
We're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that's left. One little note is when you die and you have any unused stars, they carry over to the next round. So
Just another little buff for her.
that's another little upside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say either. My toes are curled.
Well, reading about her, dude, I just kept on reading like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's even better about her. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was true.
Yeah, I know. So I think what got me the most, man, was like she has like 5 stars, dude. That's a
Yeah.
lot of stars. That's a lot of
Well,
abilities.
dude, it's 5 smokes, 5 concusses. That's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot of action.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, dude, I think that covers it, man. Kind of feel bad that it was just it was a little lost on Astra there. We weren't lost. We were just processing her.
I mean, it's like it's hard for us to speak on her when we haven't
Yeah.
got any gameplay or
Also the pros too, man.
The strats are going to be coming out.
Yeah, it's the same thing with
dude,
Yuru.
Like, we don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, Astra might hit the pro league, and within 5 minutes, there's 17 pros on the phone with Riot saying like, "Yo, this breaks the game," you know. And if that's the scenario, we're going to see changes right away. So that's why we hesitate to speak on her too flamboyantly, just because she is very new and we don't know how she's going to play out. She looks strong. I'm leaving it at that. She looks very very strong.
Yeah. All right, man. I think that covers it. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so, dog. I think Lingo is finally in the chat. So, we thought he was the Flow State Gaming patriarch, but apparently he's just someone that shows up an hour and 40 minutes late. Other than that, I think it was another success. I feel pretty good. How do you feel?
I feel great. Yeah, I feel good. I am excited for the game changing updates that they're making. I just don't want them to be game breaking. I think those are my final thoughts. All right, you sexy, filthy dogs. You guys have been listening to the Flow State Gaming Podcast, episode 18. The new patch 2.04, new act, new agent. We talked about Astra and how filthy she is. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and we will talk to you guys next Tuesday on Twitch at flow_state_gaming. Hope you guys have had an amazing one. I am Rogan Prescott. Joining me is Coulter Fair, who sucks at this game. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Wow.